So this is Farewell Sarathael. Does everyone want to say their names?
I'm Bix. I'm Mavis. My name is Sam. Tamor.
I'm Aiden.
What genre would you guys describe yourselves as?
Metalcore.
Early 2000s style, epic, vegan, almost straight edge, metalcore, moshcore.
But still hardcore too.
But it's still hardcore.
Yeah,
It's a little emo too.
And we're punk. We're a punk band.
Yeah,
It's a little posty.
all of it.
Yeah.
It's a punk rock band.
So everything.
A little bit of everything except country.
yeah.
Got it. So why did you start this band?
We met at college, and we both really loved like the specific sounds. And you were wearing I was wearing a morning shirt.
I had an
think.
Undying.
You had an Undying
beanie. Undying, one of our biggest influences, probably, maybe the biggest, potentially. And I don't know, we just got talking. He convinced me to go vegan, and then I got my friend Paige on board and introduced them, and then the three of us were basically the foundation of the band.
Paige from Geronimo Stilton, who would love to be at the show but cannot be, unfortunately. So, yeah.
And I don't know, I think the original idea was to do a zine, and then we kind of decided, let's start a band. Why not? Why the hell not? We're all musicians. We all are passionate about this. We all like this style of music. Let's do it. Let's spread the word.
Where did the name Farewell Sarathael come from?
So I worked this summer job a couple years ago, and I was really bored all the time. So I was like, I'm gonna go on this crazy Wikipedia rabbit hole, and Sarathael, I guess, is an archangel in Orthodox Christianity. I was like, what if I just misspelled it? And that was our band name. And
What is Sarathael though?
An archangel.
But about what?
I don't really know.
There was a meaning
honestly.
that we kind of made work for us. It was something about discipline or
It's something to do with discipline. I don't know. I could be butchering that,
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
it's on Wikipedia, and there's not much else about it.
What are your biggest influences?
I like Heart Scarved.
Yes.
Undying, like I said, Prayer for Cleansing. I know Paige, their guitar playing, very influenced by early Bring Me the Horizon specifically, first EP, first album, and
Peter Singer.
Yes. I don't know. I'm kind of influenced by Kaunashi, just the very expressive, out there kind of just delivery, I guess. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
What emotions do you put into your music?
Frustration.
Discontent,
Pessimism.
anger, but hope. I would say a good degree of hope and righteousness. But we try not to take ourselves too seriously. It's kind of more we take our message seriously and we're just delivering it, I guess. And we want to instill a hope that things can be better than they are, and that we don't need to contribute to animal exploitation in order to live happy and rewarding lives.
Yeah, for real. I feel it can be really easy to just make super depressive, sad, pessimistic music, which definitely has its place too, to get those emotions out. But also I think from the get-go we've always wanted to have this kind of edge of hope in our music too, that there is another way of life that's possible, and the current hellscape we live in isn't the only possibility for our world. So yeah, I think that's always been kind of a connecting line through our music too, and especially lyrics as well. Yeah.
How was your run as a band?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of really great shows, met a lot of really great people. We've had a lot of people tell us that either our music inspired them to go vegan or at least inspired them to think about it. In fact, I think the three of you all, to some degree, were inspired by it.
Yeah. So how
You were?
Yeah.
Farewell.
Oh, yeah. No, my bad.
So yeah.
But you two
But you-
were
and you
definitely
were-
people that inspired me to go.
Yeah, and you were into it before you joined.
Yes.
Yeah, Farewell inspired me pretty much to go vegan. We played a show together where I filled in on guitar, and it changed my view on everything in life.
What was your favorite and worst shows you've ever played?
My favorite show was New York City. Tim
New York.
Fist. That was fucking awesome. Like, we played in a church, which was crazy. Yeah, that was my favorite.
My favorite was probably, I don't know, I really had a lot of fun at a lot of the different shows we played. I loved that show for sure. I also really loved when we played at the Max recently. That was awesome. Shout out to Undergrad Experience.
I agree with the Max and New York. Those are like probably my top two would be Connecticut at the Max in New York, and then also the show where you first played for us.
That was pretty
That
dope.
was kind of a life-changing day because not only did we meet you and you, but also that was where we met God Instinct from Philadelphia, who have become good friends of ours. I'm good friends with Shane. Shout out Shane, fucking awesome person. So I really cherish that show. We took a big group photo at the end. It's a really good memory.
What's one thing you'll miss about being in a band together?
Playing shows,
Honestly-
having an avenue to be an activist that I think activism through music is a really great way to get out your message. I think that a lot of people are less likely to respond to other forms of activism. I do think that those other forms of activism are really important. I'm not saying that they're useless, but I think that music is a really good avenue. It really, I think, can strike the chords in your heart that that really care about this type of thing.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna miss like the energy. It's been super cool seeing everyone who will relate to our music, and just like it helps them see the world in like a different kind of way that they didn't before, and just how much they actually enjoy, and we'll get into it.
Yeah.
I think it's very personally fulfilling to be making, protest music, and just hearing from people, from anyone, that what you're doing has made them rethink any part of the way they live, or even just being told that your set was sick. Like, it could be as simple as that, or it could be as complicated as someone being like, I really thought about this veganism thing, like whatever it is. Like, the positive feedback for me is just like maybe the greatest feeling I've gotten out of like doing any kind of creative expression. It's just knowing that even in like the tiniest way you are like making a difference for somebody is just extremely powerful. It sticks with me.
Yeah.
That'll stick with me forever.
Yeah, it's not about like how cool you fucking look when you play. It's not about the clothes you wear. It's not about your fucking album artwork. It's literally just about the music and the message behind it. That's what's most important. That's what's kept hardcore going for so long. That's why people still relate to it today. All that other shit is just extra, like literally.
Agreed.
Like it's
Yeah.
all extra. That's like it all revolves around that. And that's what's most important. Yeah.
All right, and that was Farewell Sarathael. Does everyone want to say bye?
Bye.
What's up? Thanks for coming out. Yo, everyone move in. Move on, come on, don't be shy. We're not scary. you all for being here. We got a few more songs. This one's new.
Fair trade sucks, doesn't need to exist. It's our last show. Throw it out. size of their bodies, eat their own paws trying to escape, and then are electrocuted through their genitals for literally no other purpose besides a fucking fashion statement. And
That is what the fur trade is.
that's what the fur trade is. And it goes way bigger than that. It goes to the dairy industry and the meat industry, where the most fucking rampant form of oppression takes place every single day. And it doesn't fucking stop there. Everybody in this room knows about the terrible forms of fascism that are taking place in this country, and that is just one form.
It is all
Oppression
connected.
that takes, it's all connected. It's all the same idea that one person's suffering is less important than another. Exactly. Say it louder. That's the last time you're ever going to hear me on my soapbox, so I hope you enjoy it.